Hello gang, and welcome back to another classic Big Tug YouTube video. It's me and my co-star, Abby. Also, I attempted to use a blow dryer today. So that's why I look like a mushroom, a penis mushroom, if you will. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of this, a lot of Grease the movie slickbacks. As someone who grew up, I don't want to say in a toxic household, but in a household that knows how to, for lack of a better term, talk shit, I genuinely enjoy mean comments. Well, not mean comments. Like if someone has a good point to bring up against me that actually matters, that hurts my feelings a little bit. But when it's just like someone with a couple brain cells left over from the 90s and they really can't put a full sentence together and they just spout nonsense, that makes me giddy, makes me happy. But then sometimes it's someone who I like struck a nerve with in a video of me just goofing off, and that makes me equally as happy, because why are you that mad? Why are you that mad? I just talked about the sloths. You're gonna be mad about me talking about sloths? So if you have a YouTube account, you can hide offensive comments, and there's two sections under that area. There's just the regular offensive comments, and then you have to click on a warning that says, like, are you sure you wanna see these ones? Because the people are pretty mean on these. And I clicked on those, and I've compiled the best ones from that selection. And I've made an entire Word doc. Editor, if you could zoom in on me scrolling through that, I'm sure that looks really good. Up first, we have comments from a YouTube short I did about driving laws that I think should be implemented. Of course, a lot of it was a joke, but I was like, you know, stay out of the fast lane if you're slow. If you have to slow down to a crawl to make a turn, then you're annoying because I might rear end you on accident. Just very Massachusetts driver things. And because of that, people got a little upset with me. For example, you're just impatient. Immediately misspelling of your. I mean, we can't not comment on those. I'm going to comment on every single one of those because that's just, you know, if you misspell your in your mean comment, you're wrong already. You're just impatient. Fix that. If you're getting upset because someone in front of you goes to a complete stop at a stop sign, which is a law in most states, or stop at a yellow light, then leave your f***ing house earlier, dipshit. I didn't say you shouldn't stop at a stop sign. Do that. It's very important that you do that. You will kill people if you don't do that. But yeah, don't stop at a yellow light. I don't care what the law is. Don't stop at a yellow light. Just go. If it's obvious, if it just turned yellow, do not slam on your brakes because I'm going to accidentally kill you. I'm sorry, but I got places to be. Then leave your house earlier, dipshit. Now my editor is definitely gonna bleep those words out, but I do appreciate them bleeping their own words out. That's really nice of them. They did that for me, I guess. Leave earlier so that you won't have trouble with traffic. You should be able to go 10 miles per hour the whole way and still have time left over. Okay, all right. No. And don't get angry when you're behind someone slow because there's no reason for that. Just be patient and stop road raging, asshole. You. You have a right to be angry. Maybe you don't have a right to act on that anger, but everyone has a right to be angry. If I'm driving in a 40 and someone's going 10 miles per hour, blinders on, honking my horn, get the out of the way. This person is, it's pretentious to think that because you're slow, I have to change my day plans. Get it moving. This one's a little bit more cut and dry, a little bit more simple. You sound like a douchebag. Can't really argue that. I mean, a very subjective statement, and it's your right to say whatever you want. So I get that. But I feel like you're someone who drives, you know, 45 and a 50. I feel like you're someone who drives a little bit slower, and you got a little upset that I yelled at you about that. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm your douchebag, son. I'm your huckleberry. How about this one? This dude is psychotic. Dude does not ever. This dude is psychotic. Dude, not everyone's driving revolves around you. People drive differently. You can have a little patience. People like you. It's so funny that I can tell that you obviously have had a lot of people beep at you. First of all, I'm not psychotic. I did say you should slash someone's tires if they are, you know, turning too slow in front of you, but it's comedy. I'm not telling actually people to slash tires. If you slash someone's tires, because of my 30-second video, you're an insane person. You were gonna do that anyway. But to say people drive differently, you're telling me that, like, I don't drive like everyone else. I am the issue. I am the fat blood cell causing a heart attack. And listen, it varies state by state. Massachusetts drivers are aggressive. They drive faster. I'm sure if you go to, like, I don't know, Topeka, Kansas, they're going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more cautious. But, like, understand the rules of where you're driving and adapt to those rules. Except for in New York City. For some reason in New York City, everyone is just, there's no thought process to keeping someone else alive. You just cut in front of other people. New York City drivers are the worst. Every time I see a yellow license plate on the highway, I give them a wide berth. It's called the passing lane, you absolute troglodyte. Troglodyte? What is a troglodyte? Especially in prehistoric times, a person who lived in a cave. Okay, well, I wish I didn't Google that. Now I feel silly. It's not glorified excuse for you to speed. Man, I can tell your parents never beat you. Yeah, my parents didn't beat me. I think I'm better off because of that. I'm gonna be honest. I have a lot of confidence. But yeah, I call it the fast lane. It's just another term for it. I'm not saying you sit in that lane and rip it, but the issue I had was people who sit in the fast lane going the speed limit, or the passing lane. Now, I don't have an issue with someone in the passing lane if they're passing, but you can't just sit in it and go under the miles per hour. This screams angry, impatient little man behind the wheel. Shut up. Why do I have to be patient? Because you're slow. Why do I have to be patient? I feel like a lot of people will agree with me on this. Some of you won't, but a lot of people should agree with me on that. All right, next up we have the hotels video where I talked about how, you know, hotels are way better than Airbnbs. And there's not a lot that people got angry for me on that video, except for when I talked about Trump. I said Trump, you know, he did a lot of not great business ideas with hotels. He had that one in New York City and he bought it and then he sold it for a loss, reportedly. He had a bunch of casinos in Atlantic City that all failed, so, you know, I just talked about those aspects. But one fella did not take kindly to that. He had a full, I would call a schizophrenic soliloquy in my comment section. So we're just gonna break this one down top to bottom. He definitely picks up steam throughout the middle of it and stops using punctuation, so I'll try and do my best to get his ideas across. Okay, let's stop the lies. He misspelled let's, but I'll let that slide. But a law got passed banning white men from owning casinos. I don't think that's true. And so Trump had to remove the casino parts due to the Democrats making racist laws. You spelled do wrong. You spelled do wrong. Yeah, I don't think Democrats passed a law saying white men can't own casinos. Maybe I didn't look into it. I haven't checked the bylaws, but I don't think that was a real thing. Okay, so that $83 million loss. Yeah, I talked about how Trump lost $83 million on a hotel that he owned in New York City. That was the filming location of Home Alone 2. No, it was not sold in a loss. He bought building that was in need repair. Brother, come on, put a little effort in. He repaired it and he made a cool $360 million. Yeah, dude. I love when people say put cool as an adjective. A cool 360 mil. Where does the $83 million come into play? Democrats claimed it was only worth 38 million and claimed he was lying about its price because a Democrat tried buying it and failed to buy it because someone else offered more money. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know what you're saying, dude, but you're obviously passionate. Yeah, Democrats need to stop lying and morons need to stop believing the lies. I agree with you, bud. No way that you're getting any misinformation either. Hell, in the new case against Trump, they claimed his giant skyscraper hotel is only worth 300,000. Well, in reality, every small skyscraper is worth at least 700 million, but Trump has one of the biggest skyscrapers, in which in that size they are worth 2 billion to 40 billion, and Trump has one of the biggest ones of the skyscrapers, so yeah, the Democrats need to stop lying. Oh, and the bank fraud he supposedly committed, the banks are on Trump's side 100%. There is no victim, and the case was performed without a jury, and the only person who oversaw the case is actually on trial now with solid evidence that she committed high treason, falsely accused Trump of a crime, and he had already been convicted of perjury, which is lying under oath of the law in court, and so her work cannot be taken seriously at all, and the guy that put her in the position is a Whoa! Whoa! I should have known we're gonna get to files eventually. This man is QAnon. That tinfoil hat's getting a little tighter. Also, I don't mean to bring up, you know, I don't want to call you out, but like there's this picture. There's several pictures of Trump with Epstein. And he's like not just like doing a meet and greet, like these are pretty legitimate, obviously best friend photos. But that's just misinformation, right? People are fucking scary. Like this guy just wrote all of that down because he genuinely believed in it. And like I don't know if he thought he was going to make a change in my mental opinion. No, you just look fucking crazy. That was a long one, but I just feel like I had to comment on this person losing their mind. On that video, someone also said, stop playing Nocturne Number 9, you piece of shit. Why is that an issue? Editor, play a little Nocturne Number 9. Now, I put this music in a lot of my videos because one, I enjoy a little bit of classical music. I think it classes up the video and it's, you know, just good background music. And plus this song's a banger. Why do you have such strong opinions against Chopin? Why are you so against the classics? The song rips. And then we have saying, you lazy piece of shit, put a moo on. That's mean. A lot of people are gonna be calling me fat in these comments. I just want you guys to get mentally prepared for that. Then I made a video about how drugs were bad. That one got demonetized really quickly, I guess. I guess YouTube doesn't want me talking about how people shouldn't do drugs, but whatever. But yeah, I talked about how, you know, you shouldn't rely on drugs and some drugs can really mess you up, and some people who do drugs did not like me saying that. I also made fun of people wearing pajama pants outside and how they're pretty, you know, low effort, low class people. Not to get classist, but if you're wearing pajama pants to go to Cumbies, it's not a good look. Nothing wrong with pajama pants. Framing everyone as a give-up loser is bullshit. You're an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a misspelling of your. We don't even have to talk about this comment. This person up. Put some confetti in the screen, editor, with some fun music. We win. But yeah, this person obviously wears pajama pants outside, and they took a lot of offense to that, and they lashed out at me instead of looking inward and maybe taking some criticism about wearing Cookie Monster pajama pants to Walmart. Once again, don't want to get classist, but that's an obvious type of person. This guy said, this is an absolutely shitty clickbait video title. What a loser. It just said drugs are bad. Drugs aren't bad or good. I don't know, heroin's pretty across the board awful. I don't know, I would suggest not doing heroin. They're a giant category. You can make sweeping generalizations about it like that, but you're just a douchebag YouTuber who rants about random shit you know nothing about because you're an obnoxious narcissist who needs to have their face in front of a camera. Go get a real job, loser. People often tell me to go get a real job. But if you got lucky like me, if you got lucky and you would have people come and watch you and you get paid to do so, would you not do that? I'm not a narcissist. I don't like when people pay attention to me. When someone calls my name out in public, I almost piss myself in fear. But also, a big part of that video was me making fun of the DARE program and PSAs against drugs, because those were sweeping generalizations about drugs and how bad they are. And that's harmful, because if someone tries a drug and then finds out it's not that bad and then they get addicted to it eventually because it didn't hurt them immediately, that's the issue. This guy does the drugs and he's mad that I'm making fun of him. That's the only explanation. Said, as someone who's always wanted to try drugs, I will take your advice. Well, that's not mean. That's actually a cute little comment. Why did I? Oh, because the guy from earlier commented under it. Drugs is a way too broad and generic of term. To make sweeping statements like that, go take your obnoxious, unscientific ass somewhere else. Straight edge loser. This guy is not taking kindly to people not liking drugs. This guy, he's made a personality around taking acid, and that is now everyone else's issue. Next up, we have me making fun of people from states that are not interesting. This one garnered a lot of negative attention, and I get it. I said in that video that if you're from like New England or Texas or California, if you're from places that have a culture, you don't really have to make your own personality. You can borrow it from the culture around you. If you're from Iowa, you don't got a lot of culture, so you're gonna have to make your own personality. And it was partially talking shit about a lot of America, but it was also saying that like people from those states who actually are interesting are way more impressive than people from Long Island that just go, hey yo, ravioli. That's what I was trying to get to. But people from states that don't have a lot of personality, they didn't appreciate me pointing that out. So I'm gonna read the comments, and these are probably the most vicious ones in the whole video. Everyone from Mass has a terrible personality. I mean, you're from Worcester and people there pronounce it Worcester. That's literally, well, I'm not gonna say the word, but you can imagine what that word is. So fun fact, I am from a city called Worcester, Massachusetts, and you pronounce it Worcester even though the word looks like this. Editor, put up that up spelling. But the reason why Massachusetts towns have terrible spellings and weird pronunciations like Quincy, Leominster, Worcester, it's because the town names were literally created before language was agreed upon, before the English language really figured it all out. These were old towns that they borrowed from England and brought it over here. I'm not defending it, I'm just saying that doesn't make us stupid. And everyone in Mass has a terrible personality. That's a broad, sweeping statement. I mean, the guy from earlier would hate you saying that. I mean, the Massachusetts is so diverse. We have some of the best colleges in the country, and then we have some of the dumbest people you'll ever meet. Like, we have the Kennedys, and then we also have Tom, who hangs outside of Cumbies and asks for single cigarettes. This guy said, I feel sorry for Americans in general. Oh my God, I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of Europeans commenting that, and I know that person is European. What's your culture, huh? An espresso and a cigarette? Let us have our f***ing fun. Actually, someone under them commented, save it for the Eurotrash. They need the sympathy to fuel their copious complexes. Damn straight. Damn straight. Let them have it. Someone commented, you don't have an accent, is the most American thing I've heard the person say all week. Yeah, so I was talking about like other Americans in like the middle of the country who like, they don't have a distinct way of speaking. It's just American boilerplate. But yeah, I can see that as an American thing. I don't know. That's not why I screenshotted this. I screenshotted it for the reply to that comment. That's also not true. But honestly, this little limp-wristed boy can take my quirkiness up his ass if I meet him. What the f? Something about the way he paused after his words as if to try and make an otherwise innocuous video that shouldn't matter actually be insulting pisses me off. The truth is, if you're a man, you shouldn't be worrying about this kind of thing. This is the kind of thing women care about presenting themselves with. All right, this guy just sucks. Inside and out, that dude sucks. What, are you gonna beat me up? You gonna shove something up my ass, apparently? I'm good at getting beat up. I've been beat up several times. I know how to protect all the weak bits. You could have sent a pretty good insult if you didn't get sexist at the end. Moxie and not being able to say water isn't a personality, it's a learning disability, just like 60% of your state has. First of all, Massachusetts is not a place that can't pronounce water. We don't go water or whatever the f other states do. We say water correctly, right? Am I saying that wrong? Also, this person has to be 1,000,000 years old if they're using the term moxie unironically. That kid's got moxie. Seriously, the stupidest people I've met are from Mass and Maine. Maine's catching a stray. Genuine idiots who can't read, write, or form coherent sentences. That is a fact. I'm currently living in Central Maine, and it's a painful dealing with you people. Why are you living in Central Maine? No one lives in Central Maine. Did you get a job in Maine? What does Maine have? Lobsters? You're a lobster fisherman? Your sports teams aren't even yours. Learn your history, street rat. What do you mean my sports teams aren't mine? First of all, if you're talking sports, I'm out. I don't know anything about sports. The only sport I care about is hockey, and I watch the Bruins. And even then, I don't care to like learn everything about the team. I just like watching hockey. But your sports teams aren't even yours? The f are you talking about? What does that mean? Like the New England Patriots are like not a Massachusetts team, they're a New England team? That was a stupid comment. Since when do Americans have personality? Are they confusing it with being fat and dumb? Let's look up the obesity rate of the UK. In 2016, the obesity rate for men in the UK was 29.3 and the obesity rate for men was 37.5. Shut the f up, you're fat too. Everyone from Massachusetts has the same personality. You're not individuals, you're the same person. That's the exact point I was making in the video. That is the exact point. Stay on the fucking ground. And your sports teams have won some stuff in the past. Thank you. But good luck in the future. You have nothing going on either, moron. Being cold and angry isn't a personality trait. I mean, first of all, stop bringing up sports. I know you're angry about Tom Brady. That's why you're bringing this up. If someone is angrily mentioning New England sports, you're talking about Tom Brady. He won a bunch. I don't give a fuck about football. Tom Brady. I don't care. But also, good luck in the future. The Bruins are doing okay. The Bruins are doing good. They're one of the top teams in the league right now. Editor, put up the standings. I think we're like number 2 or 1 or whatever the Also, being cold and angry isn't a personality trait? I beg to differ. Have you seen The Thing? You hit me with the, you're fat. Can't argue that. Can't argue when someone calls me fat. He also used the correct spelling of your, so I can't make fun of him at all. If you want to argue with me, just call me fat. If you just want to get a rise out of me, because I can't argue back against that. There's no good comeback. Like, I am a little porky. Just call me fat. Don't raise any good points. We'll see if you talk shit when Ohio invades whatever shithole you're from. Massachusetts, you spelled your wrong. But Ohio does have a lot of people. I just don't see it in them to invade other states. Do you think that's in the possibility? Do you think other states are going to invade other states soon? You're a moron. Let me guess. Flyover is part of your vernacular. Vegan and ethnic restaurants and speakeasies doesn't make you interesting. Being a standoffish head doesn't make you interesting. Please do stay where you're at. We promise you everywhere else is boring. Okay, I hate to break it to you, but flyover, if you don't live in a flyover state, is a part of everyone's vernacular. And we're not trying to be mean to you, but the majority of people fly over your state because there's nothing to do there. And I'm really not trying to sound like a coastal elitist, but like, I'm not going to visit Topeka, Kansas. I'm not going to do that. And also, this guy just obviously doesn't like big cities and other cultures. Like, vegan and ethnic restaurants doesn't make you interesting. It kind of does, but why are you angry about that? I mean, I don't like vegan food, but like, if people will buy it, don't you like the free market? Don't you like the free market and your little flyover state? Says, and I quote, "You're an idiot." The editor, you know what to do. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. This guy. All right, so that's all the comments that I found to be hilarious. Some of them weren't as funny. A lot of people called me fat. I just want it to be known that since I started making videos on the internet, I have weighed the same exact amount. Maybe lost a few pounds and gained them back, but like, I've been 165, 170 for the entirety of the videos I've made. So whenever I have a bad angle in a video, my double chin is showing and people DM me saying, "Yo bro, you gotta worry about your health, get in the gym." And then when I wear a nice fitted t-shirt and I look like I lose weight and people are like, "Whoa, Big Tug's losing weight. Proud of your journey, King." I've always been this exact amount of fat. Okay? I'm a porky little man. I don't want to say stop commenting on my weight, but stop thinking you're changing my mind by saying things. All right, bye, I guess. This was fun.